This video is sponsored by Lycaon Board. Find out more at lycaonboard.com.
Hey. First try!
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got this board by Lycaon. Pause. It's Lycaon, and I mispronounced it a couple of times in this video. Just bear with me, okay? It's their GR model electric skateboard. Today we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see just how fast it can go. They claim 26 miles per hour, but we're gonna put that to the test. They also claim 23 miles of range, plus or minus a couple of miles, really depending on your weight and where you ride. But again, we're gonna put that to the test. I'm super stoked to try this out, but first, let's take a look at the unboxing. These board company names are getting more and more interesting every day. Lycaon? 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 Helmet when skating, Lycaon when getting bored. Good message, a little lost in translation, but nonetheless, onto the board itself. I lied, board to the side first. Accessories. The rear bike light? Let's see if this is better than the other ones that usually comes with these boards. Hey! Flashes. I like it, I like it. This is the first time I've seen these. If you want some rose gold hubcaps, aka hub motor covers, you got some in the package. Of course, you get your standard T-tool, remote, and charger. Looks wise, the deck is similar to the Backfire. First thought, that's what I noticed. But underneath, the enclosures that they use are a bit different, especially back here on the motor end. In the front, they use Caliber truck clones. And those are the motors. It's pretty. I like the black and red color scheme for sure. I'm just gonna quickly flash the specs of this board right over here for you to read. Check it out. It's awesome. Probably. I don't know, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all of that to the test. We're gonna go charge us up and test it out for a ride. All right, so we are now starting our very first ride. This is gonna be my first time ever stepping on the board. Let's actually just get a quick little flex test on there. So it's got like a snappy flex. It's not like a full bamboo flex, but it's not bad. I actually prefer something more like this with a little bit of flex over something with a little too much flex, because it gives a nice sort of balance for carving and speed. We're gonna go from medium, then we're gonna try high, then high plus. There is a speedometer right here so you can see my speed in real time. Here we go. Middle speed mode. Woo. We are chilling. A little slow, but what do you expect from medium, you know? I think I do need to make a little bit of adjustments on these trucks to carve a little bit better. Right now I feel kind of primed for some speed. It's chill. The acceleration isn't intense or anything like that on high. It's very chill. These wheels are rolling pretty good. They're so big and gummy. That was the brake. Kind of just tapped on it a little bit. You can actually adjust the brakes. That was brake power number 2 out of 4. So if you need stronger brakes, you can make them stronger. So I went ahead and loosened up the trucks a little bit, because I am now, now I am ready for a top speed test. My settings right now are speed mode high plus, brake sensitivity 2 out of 4. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo. That's from no push to start. Right now, just chilling. Ah! A bug literally flew onto me. Ooh, boy. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder how fast I'm going. I really have no idea. Woo. Oh yeah, carving is way better now that I loosened up these trucks. Yo. I went ahead and moved the brakes over to brake sensitivity 4. I'm gonna really brace myself. Oh yeah, brakes 4 is way better than brakes 2. The ability to change your brakes is awesome, because if you need to be gentle, that's really sick. But if you're doing something where you may need to brake very suddenly, you might want to go with a higher brake sensitivity. Good, I like brakes 4. I was worried they'd be too strong, but no, they're perfect for me. So I just checked my app. I managed to hit a top speed of 24.5 miles per hour. That is 1.5 miles slower than rated, but I can't really knock them for that because that's not that much slower, and I have been gaining weight recently. I'm probably around 190 pounds, and the guy who tested this, who got 26, probably weighs about 150, 160 pounds, so 24.5 miles is not too far off from their rated top speed. I love how I'm just casually full sending it right now. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Hey, buddy. Hey, guy, how are you doing? Well, since we already maxed it out on speed, let's go to just catch up with those guys and ride with them. Gotta be careful on this brick, you could easily slip. Hey, that rhymes. See, big gummy longboard wheels like these are awesome. And with a little bit of the flex in the deck, it really helps absorb these bumps and these cracks. I'm on your left side. Careful with the bump. Oh, I wonder. One thing I like about the deck is that it is a bit more aggressive than other boards over here for where you place your feet. While still keeping it slim in the middle, you still have room. Lean forward and backward into your carves if you want to do slides. Woo, made the turn. Oh, so cool. Yeah, the way they shape this deck just allows for some really good control when carving. Usually people don't like bumps on the road, but I, for one, truly appreciate them. And because this board's so thin in the middle and pretty light overall, it's really easy to sort of just use to boost yourself up. One more for good measure. Oh, slamming them. And it's feeling good. That satisfy your craving? Little nollie shove, hit the flip on the switch and go reverse. This time a flip without touching the ground.
Hey. First try.
This is literally your like 15th minute riding.
Oh,
There you go. Okay. Yeah, boy, get it. They grow up so fast. I don't think he's coming back.
I think he just took your board and dipped.
You just tried another board that costs double this much, and you say that you like this one more?
I do. This one felt more comfortable for me.
You're going pretty fast for your first time.
That's true. The weirdest thing is like, because you know when you push, like you slow down, you feel yourself slowing down immediately pretty much, because it's how physics works. On this, it's like, you're just going fast. Like, oh, watch out, watch out.
Oh shit. Got a little impromptu group ride going on with my friends. That should make testing out the range on this board pretty fun. Ooh. Careful of these bumps. Careful of those bumps. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Okay. Yeah.
Overall, I found the Lycaon GR to be pretty decent. Not bad, not amazing, just pretty good. During the ride, I scored a new top speed of 24.9 miles per hour. Pretty happy about that. It's not too far off from what they claim, 26, and depending on your weight and where you ride, it's We were riding pretty fast, pretty much the whole time, completely in high plus mode, so that did affect the range a little bit. I didn't get the 23-ish miles that they claim. I instead got 17 miles, which is actually pretty good considering most boards don't get in the higher teens. The battery is pretty beefy, and I think if you were to go slow, you would be able to get the 23-ish miles that they claim, but that's not how we do it on this channel. You know we don't. In terms of voltage sag, it wasn't bad. It was only slow in the last like mile or so, last 10% of the battery. The deck is probably the best thing that this board has going for it. It's aesthetically pleasing, it's got a great shape, and it's got the perfect amount of flex. Not too flexy to where you're like sagging like it's a hammock or something, but also not too stiff so that you can still absorb some of the shocks and vibrations from the road. At first I thought it was an exact copy of the Backfire deck, but it's actually pretty different. There are some notable differences in the shape and the way that this board is cut. allowing for a better, more aggressive feel, I think, from the Lycaon. When it comes to the ESC and how it feels when accelerating and braking, I would say it's just a touch aggressive. But the fact that you can adjust your braking sensitivity is a nice touch. I think that's a feature that should be standard on every board nowadays, so good on you, Lycaon. This is a budget board. It costs $549 right now. No frills, and considering what you get for that price, I would say it's pretty good. It's got decent speed, very good range. I would say it definitely does feel budget, but that's not necessarily bad considering it's a pretty good value. My friends who are new to this thing actually tried it out. I put them on the Meepo Mini, the X-Way, and the Backfire, and they actually preferred the ride of the Lycaon board out of all of those boards.
Dude, this one felt more comfortable for me.
Interesting.
I think it has to do with the ridges maybe? Or I don't know, I felt more
I
stable
do like
too.
this deck quite a bit.
So for beginners, this could be a pretty viable option. Well, that was my first ride on the Lycaon GR. I know I've mispronounced that name like how many times in this video, but overall thoughts are it's a decent budget board for beginners. But I want to know what your thoughts are. Leave those down in the comments section down below. And I'd like to go ahead and just take a second to thank those who support me on Patreon. Because of you guys, you are able to make these videos and this channel possible, so thank you so much. And if you enjoy the content I make and you want to chuck in a buck, all that info is going to be linked down below. As always, thumbs are greatly appreciated. Subscribe to be a part of the Stoked squad, and until next time guys,
Stay stoked. Hong Kong, Florida.
I think you just took your board and dipped.